can you get rid of hot flushes within days? Here are my top 5 ways to get them flushes out of here. Number 1, remove triggers. The first major thing I'd recommend is to eliminate potential triggers for you. They can come in a variety of places, and they can actually be ranging from hot, spicy foods, very individual. Caffeinated beverages, alcohol, all of these things can trigger hot flushes. You need to learn to recognize your triggers and avoid them. And the way that we do that is through a symptom journal, and we usually ask you to follow this for 7 to 14 days. Now, if you'd like free access to the symptom journal, I've attached the PDF at the bottom with a link to the free journal. The link is in the description below. Number 2, stop smoking. Smoking is associated with increases in hot flushes, and the study that I've linked below by the National Institute of Aging shows that women that smoke through menopause have a higher incidence of hot flushes, especially compared to those that stopped smoking or weren't smokers in the first place. Non-smokers fared better in hot flush frequency, and current smokers generally are 1.5 to 3 times more likely to have frequent hot flushes. Now, according to this study, the evidence suggests that smoking cessation of just 6 weeks can improve hepatic metabolism, and smoking can definitely impact your thermoregulatory pathways, which causes your hot flushes. And it does this via increasing your norepinephrine, and these are long lasting. Number 3, breathe. It might sound odd to use breathing to actually manage your hot flushes, but it actually works via stress reduction. Plus, it reduces anxiety through the vagus nerve, and that stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is we call rest and digest. Now, there is a good reason why breathing techniques can be so influential. Your breathing is the only aspect of your physiology that you can consciously control with ease. You can't alter your digestion, change your blood pressure, decide where your body fat is going to store, alter the level of hormones in your blood, but you can control your breathing. You can breathe faster, slower, deeply, shallowly. You can change your breathing at will. However, you can't just say to yourself, I'm going to reduce my blood pressure by 10 points on my diastolic and make it happen. Right? Your breathing does have a great effect on your physiology, and using the power of your breath can be an effective way of managing your anxiety and your hot flushes. Now, best of all, it's free. It's always going to be available to you, and I want you to follow these strategies to use your breath to manage your hot flushes and the benefit of having lower anxiety. Number 1 is equal breathing. This technique has been around for thousands of years in various yoga traditions. So I want you to close your eyes and evaluate your normal breathing pattern. Notice how many seconds you spend breathing in and how many you spend breathing out. And just do this just for a minute or two. Now slowly count from 1 to 4 as you inhale through your nose. It's fine to breathe through your mouth if your nose is a bit stuffy, if you've got a bit of a cold. And then exhale for the same 1 to 4 count. Neither of your inhalations or exhalations should be overly full. Just breathe comfortable, full breaths. And I want you to keep your counts of your inhalations and exhalations the same, and then repeat that for 5 to 10 minutes. Number 2 is the long exhale. Now, this is a great breathing technique if you're feeling really panicked. It's a very effective way to combat the effects of hyperventilation or particularly stressful situations. Now, part 1 is extend your exhalations, your breathing out, for as long as you can. Try to squeeze out as much air as possible without making yourself miserable, right? Then relax and allow your lungs to naturally fill with air. And you can do this by just simply relaxing. It's not necessary to actively inhale. If you've completely exhaled, your lungs will fill with air if you just relax. Continue for a full 5 minutes, and then after that 5 minutes have passed, try the next exercise for an additional 5 minutes. Now, part 2, exhale for twice as long as you inhale. 3 seconds in, 6 seconds out is generally a good starting point. So try longer, short time frames for you and see what effect they have on you. And number 4 is belly breathing. This is one of the more popular breathing techniques to enhance feelings of well-being, especially in the acute phase, short term. So I want you to lie down, put one or both hands on your belly, take a full deep breath, you'll feel your belly rise, and hold that for a short period of time. How long? It's up to you, but I just want you to start with a count of 1 and extend it as you see fit. I want you to relax and allow the body to naturally expel the air, because you're not intending to exhale, just relaxing and just let nature take its course. And then pause again for as long as you like and repeat again for another 5 minutes. You can build up to 10. It's particularly sufficient, but you can always go longer if you really fancy it. Number 4 is alternate nostril breathing. Now this is a yoga technique that people seem to either love or hate, and it's a little more complicated, so it can be quite distracting. Now this is great if you need a distraction from your hot flushes, your work, your anxiety. I want you to breathe normally, but only use one nostril at a time, right? Gently place your finger over one nostril and then inhale and exhale through the other nostril. After you've completed one breath cycle, close off the other nostril and repeat the process with the other side. And this process can be combined with any of the breathing techniques that I've discussed, so play around with it and see what works for you. How you breathe can have a really powerful effect on your body and your emotions. Number 4, sleep. Now postmenopausal women are 2 to 3 times more likely to have sleep apnea compared with premenopausal women. So before you become menopausal, you're fairly protected, but the protective effect of hormones seems to be lost with menopause. So your sleep is the most powerful tool you have in your quest to master your menopause. So here are some things that you should be doing right away. Sleep routine needs to be consistent every day of the week, including weekends. At the same time, every single night within 30 minutes of each other. Same bedtime within 30 minutes, same wake up within 30 minutes of each other. Keep a cool bedroom temperature, 65 degrees Fahrenheit, which is around 18 degrees Celsius, and 1 hour before bedtime, dim the lights, stop watching anything on the screen. Another tip, avoid caffeine after lunchtime. Matthew Walker, the sleep scientist, says avoid alcohol before bed because alcohol is a sedative and sedation is not sleep. It also blocks your REM sleep, which is an integral part of your sleep cycle. If you wake up in the middle of the night and cannot get back to sleep, get out of bed, read, meditate, or do something relaxing until you feel that urge to get back to bed, to get back to sleep. Number 5 is supplement. Now, people often assume supplementation isn't natural, but I disagree. I think that they are there to serve as a supplement to your nutrition. Now, some of the recommendations may interfere with medication, so I would recommend consulting your doctor before taking any of the following. Plant estrogen is something I recommend everybody should be taking more of during their menopausal time, especially the consumption of soy products. I think that they can reduce hot flushes because of the phytoestrogen containing compounds. They're estrogen mimicking compounds in foods like edamame, tofu, and miso. Another one is black cohosh, and it's another one that is very commonly used to treat menopausal hot flushes. And the science shows that it has an impact on vasomotor symptoms, which is where you flush. Therefore, it could be an avenue for you to try. I have linked the study below. Please click on the link below to find out a bit more of the science around that, but also link to the particular supplements too. Thank you ever so much for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Now my question to you is, what was your biggest takeaway from this video, and what would you like to see more of from myself and the team at Master Your Menopause? Please pop it in the comment section below. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.